If you drive for Uber, you need to pay close attention. The following information is very important. Though most of us are thankful for the opportunity that Uber provides us, it doesn't mean that we should ignore the fact that they have potentially and most likely violated our rights as independent contractors. It's important to understand what an independent contractor is in order to know how exactly your rights have been violated. We're going to make it as simple as possible to understand. According to the IRS, the United States Department of Labor, and the Fair Labor and Standards Act, to determine whether or not a person is an employee or an independent contractor is based on three factors, but we're going to focus in on just one of them: the extent to which Uber controls our behavior. If Uber is in violation of just one of these three categories, they could be in big trouble, and we believe that they are. For example, just last year during a court proceeding, the California Labor Commissioner ruled that one driver who brought a complaint against Uber was indeed an employee, not an independent contractor. The commissioner ordered Uber to reimburse the driver for gas, car maintenance, and other expenses. The lawsuit also challenged Uber's practice of telling passengers that the gratuity is included and not to tip the drivers, even though we weren't getting tips. Speaking of how much control they have over us, have you ever gotten an email about canceling too many trips? Ever gotten new Uber pool passengers automatically added to your route without your consent? When you're at a concert or sports venue, has an Uber representative ordered you to turn on your app before the concert let out, making you go online before there's a surge? Now Uber is saying that when a new rider is even closer than your current pickup, that they will automatically rematch you with that passenger. What if that passenger has a low rating? We don't even get the choice to accept or reject that new ride. These are all examples of Uber exercising too much control over the scope of our work and a violation of our rights that most likely classify us as employees and not independent contractors. Uber doesn't want to classify us as employees because it would cost them millions. And honestly, we don't want to be employees either. After all, what makes Uber so great is that you can work when you want. The bottom line is this: you're not an independent contractor if you perform services that can be controlled by Uber. If you're an Uber driver, you may be eligible for compensation for your past expenses. This doesn't mean going forward that you'll be an employee. It means that Uber will have to pay for the mistakes they made in the past and change how they treat us in the future. Most of us would settle just to be truly treated as independent contractors without Uber looking over our shoulder and avoid any legal process, but that's up to you. I've heard a lot of people express that if a driver doesn't like the way Uber treats them, that they should find another line of work. The issue with that is the problem would still exist for current and future drivers, and it doesn't look like Uber is going anywhere anytime soon. See, our main weakness as drivers is that we aren't united, and Uber wants to keep it that way. Though we can't form a union because we are independent contractors, we can stand united and advocate for change, and that is what this page is for. There's legal action already taking place, and if you want to be a part of that, our next video will guide you on what steps to take. For now, we're asking you to do three things: share this video on your personal timeline, like the Drivers' Rights fan page, and tag any Uber or Lyft drivers that you know in the comments below. The only way to force Uber and other rideshare companies to change is to stand together. With enough people behind us, we may even be able to get the ball rolling on new legislation that would change federal and state laws in our favor. Please stay tuned for our next video that will be released very shortly on how you can take action. You can click the button on our fan page that says "Add me to the list" if you really want to stay informed. Thank you for your time.